Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I'm Pretty Papercrafts 67. Today I am going to do a really simple envelope project. If you're like me, you have dozens and dozens of envelopes. I keep every birthday card envelope. I've got piles of envelopes everywhere. So I'm just going to put together some of these really simple little pockets. These are a 2-pocket page insert, if you will. They look really nice put down onto a journal page or slipped into a pocket. They're also nice as they are for a happy mail, to give as a gift. So they've got a pocket in the back, like that you can slip something into there. And I've just made this sort of really rusticy kind of journal card. And then you've also got a little pocket in the front where you can add some more ephemera. So I did that one, and this one here is slightly larger, and I made this envelope on my envelope punch board. So I've used scrapbooking paper, and again I've just popped some ephemera in the back, and then we've also got the pocket in the front. And I've just, you can get quite an amount into these pockets. So I just wanted to do one more, and I thought we would do it on camera together. So I'll just pop this ephemera back in. So yeah, you can do it in any size you like. As I said, I've made this one with a envelope punch board, so they can be quite a lot bigger. And this one was just made with a craft cardstock or craft coloured envelope. So we will get on and make another one. So I've just chosen some scrapbooking paper, and I've got some envelopes. I'm just going to do the one today, but just to show you, it's just an envelope, and I have simply just deconstructed the envelope, and all I've done for that is I've taken just a plain envelope and just carefully just pulled it apart. You just got to be a little bit careful down this section so as not to rip it completely. Just like that. And it doesn't matter too much about these rough areas because that'll all be covered up. Isn't that one pretty with the gold inside? So that's all I've done, and I'm going to work with this one here. So I've pulled it apart just like that, and all I'm going to do, instead of it being folded that way, I'm just going to turn it onto its side, and I'm just going to fold it this way. And then that will be your top pocket here, and then we'll make a second pocket for down the bottom. So very, very easy. That's pretty much it. All I'm going to do with the scrapbooking paper is cover each one of the flaps of the envelope, and that's pretty much it done. We'll just pop a pocket on the front. So I've just, like I said, got this scrapbooking paper. I'm not going to care too much about direction. I'm just going to go ahead and cover each 4 sides with this paper, and I hope we do have enough. We should have enough. All right, so I'm just going to use some glue, and I'm just going to start to put the paper down onto each flap of the envelope. Really, really easy. And I'm trying to save as much paper as I can until I've got it all done. So I'm just going to sort of stick to the sides, stick as close to my edges as I can. I want to stick it down, but I just want to be shy of the score mark there of the envelopes. So just roughly at this stage, while I stick them all down, I am just going to cut around roughly at first. I'll come back in and do it a little bit more precise in a minute. that's number 1. And we'll just go around and we'll do that to all 4 sides. And how is everyone today? Excuse me. Survived another weekend. I hope everyone had a really lovely weekend. So again, just popping that down, just keeping it to the right hand side of that score mark on the envelope there. And again, I will just cut that out. Just roughly at the moment. I'll come back in and cut it nice and flush to the envelope shortly. Okay, so that's 2, and then we've got this one here. So it was great this weekend. I actually got out and explored a little bit of this new town that we're living in. It's really very nice here. My closest town to me now is Beenleigh, and it's really very nice. There's everything you need. It's only it's tiny, but it's busy. There's a lot of traffic going on down here. Lots of roundabouts and sets of lights and things like that. But it's a tiny town. It kind of feels like I've come home, to be honest, because as a little one, or even up through my teens, my grandparents on my dad's side used to live here in Beenleigh. Was much different back then. And so, yeah, I've come back in a way. Everything has changed. Where my grandparents' house used to be, it's now a cash converters. Where my grandparents' backyard used to be, it was like a lot of bushland. Well, that's now turned into like a bus station. So it's all very different. But there is something familiar still about the place. So it's been interesting to go around and kind of remember what was to what is. My uncle, I have my dad's 2 brothers. One of them is still living in a suburb close by. But yeah, both my dad and my other uncle, they've both passed. But yeah, it's lovely. It's just a really nice little place. And once I get really used to where everything is, then I think it's going to be quite homey. Alright, so that's our four flaps covered. Now I'm just going to spend just a little bit of time just cutting around those a little bit precisely, just to get along the edge there. So bear with me for a few minutes. And it's difficult to get in there. And this is where I go quiet. I'm sorry. When I'm concentrating, I tend to go very quiet. Oh, and I wonder what this week will bring. Monday. You never know. I've got to pick up my grandson from kindergarten early one afternoon this week, so that'll be fun. But that's all the plans I know so far. Just cut that corner there. And the last one here. Alrighty. Okay, so that's our envelope. Now I still have enough to do the back of this one, so I will do that when we're finished. But now all I'm simply going to do is it's going to fold this flap down like this one over here, the straight edge I want to put there, and that one will sort of turn up there, and so then you'll have this pocket here, and then we'll put another pocket on. Now I did work ahead of time, and I just made another little pocket just to go over there, and I've just used some black cardstock, and I've embossed the cardstock just with an embossing folder, and then I've taken just a strip of the same paper, laid it down, and I've done all some machine stitching all the way around it. And then I found this little butterfly in a Kaisercraft cut apart page, and I thought that the colours worked really nicely together. So I'm going to use that as my focal piece and a few other bits and pieces. So first of all, I am just going to just really quickly ink some of the areas. A lot of it I can ink after the fact, but I just want to kind of ink down these sections here just to give it that aged look. And this top one here, like that. I'm not going to worry about that one for ink, so that will be like that, and you'll see. Right, so we'll just ink here a little bit, and then this one here will pop up, so we'll just ink along this one as well. Although I think I've made the pocket high enough to cover this one here. I think I did. Yeah, so you really only need to ink these two. Now this is an option that you can think about at this stage if you were to make the project. This one here, I have sewn around the envelope prior to sticking it together, whereas this one here I didn't, and I just sewed around the edges once I had put it all together. So that's an option that you can decide before you actually put it together. So for this one, I'm just going to leave it as it is, and when I'm finished the project, I will sew around the edges. So all I'm going to do now is this top section flap here, I'm going to just stick that down onto the base of the envelope. Let's put my glue around. And I'm just going to flip that one over straight down like that. And then that will be our inside cover. And these pieces here, now I want one side of the envelope is rounded and the other side is straight. Now I just like that straight look, but that's again completely optional. So I'm just going to stick this down here. So just a little bead of glue down this side here. Like that, and I'll pop that one over, and then that will leave our pocket open here, and then this one will flip up, and so I'm just going to run a bead of glue around the edges of this envelope here. Just like that. And then I'll just close that up. So that's pretty much the project done. That's as simple as that is. I'm just going to give that a little bit of a burnish, Just make sure our pocket is still open. Yes, it is. All right, and so now I've got the second pocket, and just to make it just a little bit more, I don't know, vintagey looking, I'm just going to do a little bit of gold leaf on certain areas. So I'm just going to bring my gold leaf in. I've got this big box of gold leaf. I think I'll have gold leaf forever. And I'm just going to use my glow stick and just randomly just put some gold leaf just on certain little parts. Just like that. Give that a minute to dry. Put a bit down here. No rhyme nor reason, just wherever I think it looks good. Give that just a minute to dry. I'll just put a little bit more up here. Okay, and then I'll just take that off. Sometimes better to leave it dry fully, but you know. So that's what I'm going to sort of do there. And I'm going to do the same type of thing just on the edge of my pocket. And I'll do a bit more down the bottom edge as well. Just like that sort of thing. And then we might even just put a little bit of gold leaf just in certain areas of our envelope or our pocket, loaded pocket, that's what we're going to call it. A little bit there. You won't see the bottom so much, and I'm just going to put another little bit up here. Just to give it a little something something. It's still a bit wet. And we might just put just a touch up here. Just like that. All right, so I'll pack this gold leaf away because it goes everywhere. And it comes together really, really quickly because we're just about finished. So all I want to do now when I made my pocket, I sort of just judged the height by where this bottom flap sort of sits up. So I didn't really want to show that. So I think that's measured around about 3 inches. Yeah, so 3 inches for the pocket. And I've just put a 1/4 of an inch tab on each side of the pocket just to give it that little bit more room. So I'm just going to pop that pocket down in place. I'm just going to pop some glue down on these flaps or tabs. And then just a little bit on this bottom edge here, like that. And then we're just going to put that down there. Just leveling it out as best you can with the envelope, the edge of the envelope. Got gold everywhere. And then with our focal piece, I'm just going to sort of center that right in the middle there of the pocket, like that. I'll just back that onto some black cardstock just to give it some strength, because it was just a piece of Kaiser Craft scrapbooking paper, so I just wanted to give it that little bit of strength. Well, now before I put this down, I was thinking maybe a bit of cheesecloth in behind there might look good. Maybe. I'm just not sure. We'll just cut a piece and just have a look. I don't think you can ever go wrong with a bit of cheesecloth. And I'm quite rough when I cut my cheesecloth. I don't do it at any particular size. I just hack into my piece of cheesecloth. Now that will fit there. So if I just sort of lay that down like that, just to give it something in behind, and then actually I might just do a bit more glue here, just to stick the cheesecloth down. And then we'll put this one straight over the top. Yeah, it just gives it something. It's just poking out a little bit on either side. And now I think I want something, a number or something on there. So I'm just going to have a look. What do we got? I do like these laser cut these laser cut numbers by the ladies at Witchcraft Do You Do. So we could put something like that there, or we could put a sentiment. Oh, Once Upon a Time. Oh, I like that. So let's cut that one out. And that could look really cute, just kind of there like that. Maybe, like the top there. Or you could even put it down along there. Or do I like the number better? Decisions. Oh, it's terrible. Let me get these laser cut numbers out. I love these. I really do. So we've got big ones, which I think are too big. Or we've got these littler ones. I don't know, do I want the number or do I want that? I like it off to the side sort of thing. I might use both. So I'm just going to give that one a bit of ink. And I'll glue that down in place. I am going to off-center it. I don't know if that's the right word to say, off-center. I'm just going to yeah, half on, half off of that focal piece like that. And I do like this Once Upon a Time, so I am going to put that on as well. And I am going to run that down the edge of that pocket there. Just like so. And there you have it, done. Simple as that. And I haven't got any ephemera made for this one yet, but yeah, it's nice deep pocket in the front. And then I'm just trying to grab something, anything. And then you've got a really nice big area in here to put, hang on, let me have a look. Sort of something, I don't know, this might be too thick. Oh no, look at that. So it's a beautiful big pocket in the back there. And then you've got more room in the front. So, and then once all of this is dry, all the glue, I'm just simply going to come along with my machine and just sew around the 3 sides and leave it just like that. So yeah, just a very, very simple and easy project, just basically embellishing envelopes. Just something a little different, just to use up some stash. And I just think that they make a really lovely junk journal insert or a happy mail piece. And if you have an envelope punch board, then you can make them in all sorts of sizes. So yeah, definitely worth a little play, just to use up some stash pieces and make something a little different. All right, everyone, thanks so much for joining me today. I hope someone has found some inspiration in this project. Yeah, just something a little bit fun. All right, guys, I hope you will enjoy your Monday. Stay safe and well, and I'll see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.